But when you really look closely at it, you understand that even during the day, the night is there. We know it as shadow. But that is, as the Vedas say, when night follows us into day.
Gotta get it night and day, gotta get it out the mud till they put me in my grave. Son of slaves, son of Dave, born a snake, stuck in my ways.
See, do you remember the first time we met?
Maybe City Boys, was it?
I think it was under 11s or 12s. Because from that age, you stood out.
Yeah.
You stood out playing. And I couldn't believe the difference. Physically as well, he was just bigger than everyone else.
Yeah.
And see, I tell everyone this, you were the best. You know, when we didn't have you, I remember all the boys being on the bus like, oh, TJ's playing for the youth team, so he's not playing for the under-16s today. Oh, I know we're going to lose. You was that good. How do you feel your short career went?
I first got to Notts County a couple of years before that, and I had the trial, and I didn't get in, so I was wounded. So I just went back to playing for Warren Wanderers at the time. A couple of years there, unbeaten. Obviously, Pheasant was rivals at the time. My granddad always used to tell me, give it 100% and you'll get back to Notts County, which was my mark to get back to.
Your aim, yeah.
It's kind of prove a point. Got seen again, it was my school teacher, Mr. Wood, and he said, oh, I'm going to get you a trial again, because he was trial at Notts County. And then when I came back, I think it was a month trial, and then they signed me. I had 2 games, scored a couple of goals, and I just felt comfortable there. You know what I mean? Around everybody as well. Before I got to Notts County, I was a midfielder. In fact, it was City Boys that moved me up front. I had a tournament at Harvey Adam, and I was shooting with both feet. My first time I played up front, I can't remember if he was playing, it was for City Boys, down Gresham, on the far pitch, and we played Leeds, and Leeds were beating us, I think it was a half time, 3-0. And then I came on, put me up front, and I scored a hat-trick.
I was playing, yeah. I was playing.
So that was my first striker moment, should I say.
When did you notice the football was more on the back burner and you was going more to the streets?
It was when I was at Notts County, when I was more coming of age, 15, I was seeing things a lot more. I was more out and about after training or in my later years at school, start messing around, etc. Start seeing people in the streets and all that. I won't say football took a back burner. I've always liked football.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be a footballer.
Yeah.
But it was that in-between part.
Yeah.
I got too much time in between to sway here or there. As soon as we come from the ground, from training or wherever, I'm literally 5 minutes away.
I was about to say it's on your doorstep, isn't it?
It's on my doorstep.
We've
got Parveens like right there. Yeah, everybody used to hang out. I used to be with them.
Yeah.
So it kind of started off innocently, and then things like kind of took a turn for the worse. It wasn't straight away. It was gradually.
It was gradually. I remember, because it wasn't straight away. And I remember the day it did come to an end.
Yeah.
Because I remember Brian Bates ringing me, and I was only 15, 16 at the time, and they were like, "Did you know what TJ was up to? You know, you're the same age as us. We're at school.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
You've got hundreds of pounds." I can understand why you'd have gone that way, because you know you was from Meadows, Leon's from St Anne's, I'm from Roxton. We didn't grow up with money, because you get a taste of it, and it's like something that you've never experienced. You're getting anything you want. You always have the latest trainers. You got everything.
It was almost a thing where I wanted money quick, rather than waiting for it.
Yeah.
I wanted it all now.
Yeah.
I used to pull up in a car.
I remember that.
Like training.
You park at the top.
Park
tennis courts.
Yeah, the tennis courts.
I remember seeing you get
boots. No, which was obviously crazy. I look back at it now, and it's madness.
Horses, yeah.
What am I doing with a car at 15? You know what I mean?
And driving to Notts County.
I'm driving to Notts County. Yeah. Like I can't walk. It's down the road.
I know. Yeah.
Because I used to drive to school as well. It's crazy. I had to pick what's his name up. You know what I mean? I said I'd pick him up, so I did, and obviously that's what got me caught.
Yeah. In the streets back then, you was one of the main guys.
Yeah,
you know,
1,000%.
You was crazy, you was fearless, and you was the guy.
Yeah,
especially for not even just for your age, even for some of the men. I remember you coming sometimes training black eye, we had a fight. things like that. So obviously the club knew that.
Yeah,
You know,
I remember
going down the wrong road.
I got a tattoo on my back.
I remember
which is stupid. I know, but at the time, I just wanted to be me as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So turning up with that tattoo was a bit crazy. You get me?
Yeah. Like I've just said a minute ago, I remember the time when it comes to an end when I got the phone calls. Did you know CJ was doing this? Apart from Brian, like say Brian Bates ringing you and stuff like that, did anyone give you any help? Real help? When I say help to you, I mean advise you, speak to you on a daily basis. You know, you was a boy still, T. You weren't a
I was still a kid.
You was a boy. So did you get the help?
Nah, I think they tried at school, but there wasn't really a figure where I would respect myself because of what I was doing.
From sitting in your mum's where we used to break crust. Now you're moving bait, man, the fishy take hawks. Could you push a little weight? You're too heavy for your hood. I'ma make a weight, yeah, my sweater game snug. Watch me levitate funds, this is pedigree chum. You can't be my dog, let me hear these fakes woof. I'm a different breed and you're just a straight pup. I can fix your face if you ever played dumb. Nah, you can't show me love.
You don't show me love no more. You don't show me love no more, no more. I don't get it, you to drink like coins. We don't need to say no more.
Gold chains, I got these girls watching. Fresh whips, I got the feds watching. These big toasters got the bread popping. Plus this naughty shotty signers got their head bopping. Right, let me tell you about me.
You said from school they tried to help you a little bit.
Yeah, I tried to help me a bit at school, but like it was actually my next door neighbour, Greg Jackson. He was kind of a bit of a mentor, but he had a lot more going on because it was within the school.
Yeah.
But I got took out of school around 15 and a half. Because of what I was doing, I had people come to school for me as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm doing crazy stuff at school as well. But yeah, nobody as a figure of me being able to respect and listen to, because of what I was doing at the time, and giving them the time to be able to tell me, yo, I'm doing that wrong. And like I say, he was listening to him. I wouldn't have listened to nobody at the time.
But you would have listened to someone at Notts County, I think.
Yeah, there was Norris. There was an incident where, I don't know if you remember, I had a good season that year.
Every year. Every year, too.
I had a good season that year. We had a presentation at Notts County. And remember Scott Fisher?
Yeah.
He won.
That's who it was. You and Scott Fisher were main players. Yeah.
He won manager player of the year or player of the year. I can't remember which one it was. And I took offence to that. You get me?
Yeah.
So I left the presentation early. Said I'm going. I ended up going to a party. I got in some trouble there, and then the police came.
I think I remember this. Yeah.
got like me and Mike got proper beat up by like police officers, innit?
I remember.
It was actually crazy, you get me? Yeah. That was on a Friday night. The next day there's a game at Notts County we have to attend.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got there. Remember that as you go through the gates, you turn right.
Margaret's.
You turn right, there's like a cabin.
Yeah.
I've gone to go in there, and the first person I seen was Norris. Like I broke down to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like, said, yo, this is what's going on. We're basically told him everything. So he's took me in, spoke to me, calmed me down, and he's took it upon himself to go talk to them. And when I've seen him like later on, after I've come out of jail and that, I've seen him in the barbers, and that's when he told me, he said, I remember that time. And so I knew you was crying out for help without saying I need help.
100%.
So like I said, he took it upon himself to call a little meeting with Trev, Johnny G, Brian Bates.
Probably guy in Brazil as well.
Yeah, I can't remember. And I can't remember who was the manager at the time.
Was it Billy Dearden?
I can't remember.
I think it was Billy Dearden.
Who was the one before that?
Jockey Scott.
It might have been Jockey Scott. And basically say, can we sign him and send him to Holland? Do an exchange with somebody at Holland and
Like a loan switch.
yeah, like a signing loan switch. Holland is out of the way. He's under our wing still, but it's being developed out there. And what they did is they decided that I was too much of a risk, which I understand.
Right. Yeah.
But at that time, I needed to be away. Because like I'm saying, I'm going from training or a match and I'm coming straight back to seeing what I'm seeing and I can't get away from it.
Yeah.
Whereas if I wouldn't say a prime example, but Jermaine Pennant, he went away.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he was still a nuisance, he went away.
And he succeeded, didn't he?
And he succeeded. He had to get his head down and play football at the end of the day. And then when I went to jail, Leon and Didzy went to Southampton.
That's right.
They were away.
Yeah.
Southampton's far away. Even like I accept everything that I did. I know it was my fault. But even that decision is an impact on my life. We could have changed it in so many ways.
Massively, yeah. I totally understand it.
You know what I mean? But like I said, I do understand their point of view as well, where it's a risk to them.
The only thing I will say with that, I think, in today's game, if it was now, you would have been that much of an asset to them.
Yeah. And
I know it sounds bad financially to them. They would have done anything they can.
Yeah.
Not today's game.
Yeah.
100%. I think, I can't stress enough, like I keep saying how good you was to. And to see when you went to prison, I couldn't believe it. I remember thinking, oh my God, he was, I thought he made it. He was,
yeah, because I remember the day that I got, because I got locked up first for the drugs.
Mm-hmm.
We had that FA Cup game, didn't we, on the Tuesday?
Yeah.
So I don't know what I was doing that day, man. I should have just been chilling, man.
On my waist, I had a cutter. Trying to make some bread and butter. Yeah, them days when I was stubborn. Now my face is under stubble. Chasing paper like I'm storage. Look, we raising and we current. Doing things they said we couldn't. Gonna drop it like it's nothing in different kind of shuttle.
I was looking forward to that game. I felt really good about it. I was happy to be involved in it. Do you know what I mean? I think I was even starting. And like I say, because it's youth team, it's still 2 years above me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
it was only
I had to be starting. Granddad to come in when Nana was coming in.
Yeah, Granddad there every game, man.
And then I go and get arrested for drugs. And that's when I kind of knew it's kind of coming to the end. But what hurt me the most was when I was in the cell, one of the guards came up to me and said, somebody's phoned up for you from Notts County. It's Johnny G. Johnny G's phoning up to try and get me out to play the game. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that kind of hit me hard in there, and I knew then it was coming to an end there.
Yeah. On that as well, on obviously going inside and things like that, you had enough time to reflect, and you literally come out. You're a different person now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, you've got your kids and that. We're growing up as well.
Yeah.
We're men now. But when you're in there, a lot of it. What's your thinking? What's your thought? Is it still in that mind frame as a roadman, or is it you get 2 years into your sentence and then think, I need to fix up, man. I need to grow up now and be.
Like I said, when I first went in there, it was I was still young. I was 16 in Stoke Heath, and juveniles is crazy.
I can imagine. Yeah.
It's worse than like men's, get me?
Yeah, everyone's trying to make a name for themselves.
Everyone's trying to make a name for themselves. There's a lot of testosterone rolling around. So you still have to be on guard.
Yeah.
Not give it. It's just difficult. You do have to grow up quick in there. And it's like I say to people, and they don't understand what I mean. It's like I had some of the best times of my life in there.
Yeah.
And some of the worst.
Mm.
And they're just thinking, hey, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm still young.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still, it's an environment to where you can have the best laughs in there. It's all right, but then the worst is like the worst. You can't go nowhere. You can't get out. Do you know what I mean? You can't go on the phone and phone anybody at an instant. You can't, like if you want to write a letter, it's 5 days before they even get it. And then when you get one back, it's too late. Do you know what I mean?
Forgive but don't forget.
It's not.
That's how we live with no regrets.
Like I say, it's weird me
I
saying
need you
that
when
I'm
it's
my best
lit,
times in my life.
lit.
Yeah.
I don't need no cigarettes. I got smoke
This
for
is
any
before.
sip. Heard you wanna test. I ain't
Yeah,
switched
got
like
that.
a
Yeah,
yet.
got that.
Don't
Yeah.
with bigger threats. I don't think I'll break a sweat. You know you're at your depth. I just woman of a length. While you're right
Place
taking
where-
steads. I know God will give me strength.
You don't want to be, and you do have a lot of time to reflect, especially with the sentence that I got.
What was that again? What did you get?
10 years. About 10 years at 16. So my first two years, yeah, I was still kind of wary of other people, because don't forget, there's still people from St. Anne's or Radford coming in and out. So it's you kind of testing waters. You might get in a few scraps just because of things that I was involved with and that I'd done at the time. Still had police coming to me for things that was happening on the streets. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's not a good place to be.
Heard he wanna test, I ain't seen this nigga yet. Dealt with bigger threats, I don't think I'll break a sweat. You know you're at your depth, I just woman of a length. While you're at it taking steads, I know God will give me strength. Got a couple gal on deck, they ain't even paying rent. I know she wanna, that's the only time we spend. Potion in my cup, that's my only kind of blend. You know you're getting lonely when you only counting tens. She wanna ride the pony, so I took her down to Skeg. County lines, I heard you living on the edge. Your enterprise, that was their criminal offense. Yoga time, I heard the young'uns got a stretch.